everybody, welcome to my channel, The Bob and Weave. Today I will be sewing up some coin purses while I answer questions about the craft show that I had on the last video that I posted. So if you haven't checked that out, go and watch it now and then come back to this video. But I'm going to be sewing up these coin purses while I answer questions. And these are coin purses that I had cut out for the craft show, but I just didn't get around to sewing them. And so I'm going to finish them up now. And I'm only going to do 4 today. I have 10 total cut out, but 4 is all I want to do tonight. So thank you so much for watching. And also I've noticed that I've gotten quite a few new subscribers this week. So thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. And I hope you enjoy watching this video. So I'm just going to set these aside for another time and pick out the zippers that I want to use for these coin purses. And I get these zippers from Zip It on Etsy, and I just buy them in random colors because usually all of the colors will work with whatever fabric I'm working with. So these are 5 inches by 6.5 inches, and I think I get the 7 or 8 inch zipper. That way I don't have to keep moving the zipper head whenever I sew it on to the fabric. So I'll go ahead and answer the first question that I have, and that is about my displays. I got I call it the spinning rack, the turquoise one that we painted. I actually got it from a local business that was closing in my town, and they had it for sale for like $25, and I scooped it up real quick. They had another one, and I am kicking myself for not getting it. And then the shelf I have was actually in the garage of our old house when we bought it, so it was free. We just braced the sides of it because it was a little bit wobbly, and then my husband stripped it and painted it. And the grid wall, or the accordion rack that's black, I also got that from a different business that was closing in my town, and I want to say the baskets came with it, and then I just ordered some of the hooks off of Amazon. And then the other one that I had the backpacks on and the tote bags was just a clothes rack on wheels from Walmart. And I think that's all of, and the tables. I just got tables from my mom, actually. I borrowed those from her every time. So I'm just going to finish picking out the zippers here, and then I will answer another question. Okay, so I have all of my zippers picked out, and I'm just going to set these aside now and get all of my extra zippers out of the way. And then I'm going to sew the little tabs that I put on the side, and I just fold these in half, and then in half again. Actually, it goes this way. Fold it in half again, and finger press it. That's a little bit creepy. And then just clip them down. So I will continue to do this while I answer another question. Okay, so someone asked what advice I could give them. Jacqueline Nelson said that she is doing her first craft show and wondered if there's any advice. I would definitely say don't be discouraged on your first one if it doesn't go well, because that's exactly what happened to me. I chose to do a festival in a very small town in Arkansas, and I believe the booth was $50 or $60, and I don't think I even made booth back, and it was a 2-day festival. So I quickly learned that festivals were not the best place for me. I do better at actual makers fairs or arts and crafts shows that don't allow any of the direct marketing companies. So, not that there's anything wrong with direct sales companies, but that's just an observation that I've made in my experience, that I do better at shows where it's strictly handmade businesses. Okay, so I have all of these clipped, and I'm just going to sew down each of the long sides. So I have these sewn down now, and another question I had, or just an observation, was the rings that I was using to put on the tassel, and those were jump rings. They're just so tiny, and I could not get them open for the life of me, and it took, well, it seemed like all day, but it took quite a long time to get those on there, but finally did. Okay, the next question was there a decent crowd? Yes, there actually was. It was more people there than usual, I would say. It's usually in April and not March, so I don't know if that had something to do with it, but I really wasn't expecting a lot of people to be there, and I was pleasantly surprised. Okay, now I'm just going to sew the zippers on. Okay, the next comment I had was from, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, YEAZ031, and they said that you might also consider a hefty bag to put some of the higher end purses in, and that is an excellent idea. So thank you so much for that suggestion, and I will probably be doing that on the next craft show that we go to. So now I'm just going to sew the lining pieces on to the backs of the coin purses. Alright, Jennifer Farsh asked, Was it a success in terms of profit over expenses? Yes, this show I have been doing, I think this was my 5th year to do it, and I usually do better in the fall when I have all of my hand knit and crocheted scarves and hats and ear warmers. But in the spring, it's very consistent, usually. And even though there were more people this time, I still made about what I do usually. So now I'm just going to fold these over and top stitch on the exterior fabric. So I think that's all of the questions I had. If I missed your question, please post it down below, and I'm going to go ahead and finish up these coin purses real quick. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing that I did on this side of the zipper over here, and then I will sew up the sides and make sure to insert these where they stick out a little bit. And then I'll also be putting my label on the other side. So in the background, you'll see a cute little cat, and that is Alma. Funny story, we got her from a rescue shelter place in town, and I actually had my heart set on another cat, and this one just took to my husband, and so we couldn't leave her there. We took her home instead of the other cat, and then she bonded with me as soon as we got home, and she doesn't really want anything to do with my husband, but I love it. And she's usually too busy sitting in the window looking at birds to join me, but today I guess she was feeling lonely and needed some pets. And here are the 4 completed pouches. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any tips and tricks for craft shows, don't hesitate to comment below so we can all learn from each other. And I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.